Let's get this show on the road. Welcome everybody. Today is the start of the CTA. Yeah, I couldn't be more excited for all of you and for me. CTA is an acronym for a comprehensive technical assessment. Does that mean this is an assessment? Yeah. But does it mean it's like an assessment? No, right? Like you're not pen on paper drowning away in hours and hours. Like you will be working, but this is something that this is going to be one of the first projects that you should really be building for your future here. So you really want to do a good job because this is something that you want to put potentially on your resume so that you can demonstrate some of your skills and what you're capable of. And so that's going to be really cool. The project is on GitHub. I will share my screen though of the project. Right, so we're doing this, which is this full stack web comprehensive technical assessment. Essentially, you'll be choosing a site to build a copy of it. And each site has its own unique sets, right? You could choose between building like some kind of Twitter clone, a Yelp clone, a Reddit clone, a Facebook clone, an Instagram clone. And these are kind of like some of the features we would be expecting to see. It's your job to figure out what kind of like databases you would need and which kind of routes would benefit you and all of that. If you want to build another site instead, just run it by me and we can figure out what the minimum features would look like. So if one of these like 5 sites or 6 sites, whatever that number is, doesn't really excite you, I think it is 5. It's definitely 5. It doesn't really excite you, then that's okay. If you have a site that you want to do or been wanting to make or something, just talk about it with me privately. It doesn't have to be right now. And we can figure out the minimum features and make something work. I'd like for you to be passionate about what you're building. It's going to make it that much easier. Don't just build one of these because it looks like the easiest. Build whichever one seems like it's the most interesting to you, really, because it really makes a difference. Trust me, this is something you'll be working on for the next couple weeks during the CTA, and you'll actually probably want to continue to work on it afterwards as well, just to keep polishing it until you get something that you're really ready. So this is something you'll spend a lot of time on. So make sure you really give it thought on what you want to do. Your site must use React, Firebase, Express, SQL, Redux is suggested. It's not required. Same with like Redux Toolkit, right? Any external libraries are allowed as well if you need them. Your site needs to be deployed. So Heroku and Netlify, you already know, so you might want to stick to those, but you could do something else. Authentication is required. I guess you don't have to do Firebase, but it should be a real type of auth, not like storing what they wrote exactly as the password in your database. I would stick with Firebase. Your project must be documented and have some good writing. Check out some good writings of READMEs, right? You want to be able to list the technologies you use, maybe some bugs, some things you did special, how to run, like, well, I guess you don't need to have it running because you'll have it hosted and deployed. This is like the rubric we'll be looking at. To submit, you'll create a new issue on this repository and make a title of the issue with your full name. And in the comment, you'll include a link to your repo and a link to the live site as well. These are some of the things, these are some of the standards that would be affected by this. I'm really excited to see what everybody makes. I also have created something over the last few days about how I want people to submit. I'm just going to make sure the server's awake. So essentially, this is something that you'll be able to log in to. Here, it looks like this. You can sign up or you can log in. I don't know if I actually remember the account now. I really should have. Oh, I think it's teststudent@pursuit.org. Okay, so you should use your Pursuit email so I can recognize it. And you can request help from here and it will show up for me. I'll be on this side. I'm as an administrator. and I'll get live updates. And this will be if you need help or like you have a question, and instead of like constantly pinging and flooding the Slack bot, my Slack, and figuring this out, you can just go to this site here, which I'll share in the chat link right now. And that way you can request help and I'll see it. If you end up solving your bug and you don't actually need help on it, you can go ahead and cancel that request. Otherwise, after I've finished helping you, I will cancel it myself. Okay, live time update with WebSockets. Any questions about that? I will continue to build this site and improve it so it actually has more than just a button that connects everything. But I am excited about that site. Oops, I sent the site out only to Ujwaka. Sorry about that. This is to everyone. Okay. Reconnecting. Did it went out there? Okay, cool. Any questions about the CTA here?
Yeah, Corey, when you said the document part, what do you mean by that?
What do you mean by the document part? Like,
yeah, we it has to be documented.
Yeah, okay, so let me show you an example of maybe a project I've made in the past that I use sometimes. Not that this is like the ideal presentation, but this is like just kind of a concept. So I have like what this is about, where it's hosted live, so people can go from the repo to the real hosting site. But then it also just like, this is talking about the app, right? Tells people about the app, it's introducing things. And then here it's talking about like the different types of technology. So that this is Ruby on Rails backend, React Redux on the front end. It talks about Postgres. And then I also have some like, this section is about problem solving, like some of the weird things I encountered. Somebody requests, hey, Danny wants help. It makes a beep. I don't know if you can hear that stuff. Thanks, Danny, for signing up. Do you actually want help with something?
Nah, no help. I was just
okay. Kevin Wong is in there too, but he's canceled it. Okay, I'm gonna cancel yours, Danny. It's cool. It's working. I'm glad we're testing it. But yeah, if you do that, I will reach out to you. Okay, and if it's not right away, it's just because I'm already with somebody else. Somebody keeps pinging me. Oh, they already took it away. Someone was fast. Okay. Ashia, does that make sense what this is about?
Yeah, so basically we have to like break down our app and like talk about the things that we used in it and how it's built.
Exactly. What the heck? Somebody's too fast. Is that you, Danny?
Okay. Not I.
Who is it? I'm just gonna open it in a new tab so I can actually see it. But yeah, here we can go to like writing good readmes. The documenting it is really just like about readmes. So having it so like you can really see what things are. A description, a brief example, a list of features, technology used. Maybe you want to talk about like hard bugs. Doesn't look like it's in here. And things like that.
For mine. And then like Google also suggested making a GIF, which is what I did for my resume.
Oh yeah, you could definitely make a video. Is that what you said, Jay?
Yeah, I like on the two projects I have listed on my resume, I have GIFs that like show how I would want someone to use the app.
Yeah, definitely. I have something like that here where you can see it happening. You're like, oh, okay, there's a user. Let me click on that user. So you can like demonstrate different types of things as well. GIFs are definitely cool. Any other questions? Any other questions? Sorry. Okay, great.
I have a question. So
oh, yes.
we're not gonna fork the project.
No, you wouldn't be forking this project. This project will live in. You'll be creating this project uh, as a new repository in your GitHub.
So are we gonna like straight like go with like to do it like in project and GitHub or just your repository?
Sorry?
Are we gonna go like to the section of the project and try to do it straight from there or just like a new repository?
Yeah, you'll be making a new repository
Okay.
from your GitHub. So you won't need to do any forking or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. No, because there is a section of like just a project.
What do you mean by the section of just the project? I'm not sure I know what you mean.
There
Yet.
is a GitHub and there is a section like with the project and there is a section like that you can create a repository.
Okay, here, let's walk me through this. I want to make sure I understand. Okay, so I'm going to go to GitHub.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm on GitHub.
Yeah. Did you see like the plus sign like in your right side?
Yes.
When you open it, there is
Oh, I
new
see.
project or new repository. That's what I'm asking.
I don't know what new project is. Let's take a look. I have a feeling this is pretty similar, but I'm most familiar with repository, so I would just create a new repository.
Is it like the Trello, built-in Trello?
Oh, well, yeah, you can make it a new project. I guess it's whichever one you want. If it's really, no, that's you saying that's like Trello, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess it's whichever one. It's not like we're gonna mark you down if you make it a project or a repo. This is really just for how you want your GitHub laid out. Oh, one more thing that I forgot to mention that I haven't mentioned is this project is currently due on where's like my document that has all my information. Sorry, I don't know where. Did I like somehow close it?
You said June 1st last time.
Did I think it's changed. Somehow, oh, here it is. I've just changed this is due on, this is going to be due on, wait, did we decide, Caroline?
Sorry, what was that?
Did we decide on the date for what day this is due?
Let me just check that.
Is
On
it the
card,
6th?
It say the 1st.
Yeah, but I think, right, yeah, but I think we've adjusted it. Okay, this is going,
Saturday, June 6th. And then we have
okay.
a presentation, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening after that. But yeah, I've aim to have most of your features going by the 1st, but I believe the due date that we're going to assign this is on Saturday the 6th is when we will be walking through the application with the class. So everybody will take a turn to show what they built over the last couple of weeks. Okay, that will start Saturday morning and go till we're all through. Okay.
So we have to submit it when?
By Saturday morning
All right, cool.
of the 6th.
So leading up to then, I know that we have the help thing. Can one of the things that we want help with just be if we wanted you to look over the application, like
Yeah,
as we're okay? And
absolutely. That current request is, yeah, anything that's really related to this project. Just this way I can it will be an organized way that I can help different students. No one will be like waiting. You won't know how long you'll have to wait. So that's why you should just like keep working on that bug. Don't stop. You know, maybe you'll get through it and then you won't need my help anymore. That's cool. Otherwise I will get to you. Don't worry.
got it.
If it's been completely absurd, send me a Slack message because maybe there is something wrong with the app yet because it's still kind of fresh. But
Yeah. So like if I get to a point and I just want to know if I'm heading in the right direction, I can just like say, like issue code review and like leave a link, and then you look at the thing later and get back to me.
if it's pushed live, yeah. I mean, you can just request my help in the queue. I'll get to you, and then we can hop on a Zoom and look at it together.
Cool.
That's probably the easiest. It's a good question. Yeah, and you know, I don't think I completely said this yet. I would spend some time today, really planning out the app before just building it, right? Design what it's going to look like. Think about the routes you're going to need, the component hierarchies. Hey, try to build vertically, you know, like page by page. So if I wanted to build just the home page first, what do I need? Well, I need my posts route or something. That they should have a date, and I'm just going to get all the posts and show them on the home. So that means I need to build the post route, and then I can build the home route. I don't have to build all the comment routes yet because maybe that's not available or something. So then I'm just building that one page at a time. Or you could start with sign up and log in. It's probably a good spot to start and have that. You can push it. You can have that hosted, and as you're fixing it, and you have things working, you could host that along the way as well, right? So you don't have to wait till you're done with your app to start hosting it. Like this request queue that I created, right? Like it's hosted. You can request help, but like I'm gonna keep working on it. It's gonna look different by the end of next week. It's still gonna have the functionality, and when it's all working and looks great, you know, then I'll push it, and then it'll be hosted. And then one day you'll log in and you'll go, oh, looks different. Cool. Okay. So choose something you really like and are passionate about, and get in line through that queue website so that I can do it. And use your pursuit email so I can recognize who to go to, please.
So Corey, how far of the application do we have to recreate? So say if we choose Facebook, do we have to do all of the elements of Facebook? Because they have like a lot of stuff. They have like a lot.
If you could build all of the elements on Facebook, we would all be working for you. They have a team of people, Ashia. I love that. They have a whole team of people. Let me find the CTA again. So in our CTA, go to the link, and I think it outlines some of these. The MVP, which stands for minimum viable product. So let's say you want to debate of Facebook. It says so you should probably have a home page that showing a news feed of all posts. You should probably have a profile page showing a single person's post. And you should have the ability to write on a user's wall. And it would be good to have some liking of posts and sharing a functionality. So, right, it's not talking about comments here or anything like that, or comments on comments, right? This is just talking about posts. Bonus Facebook groups, where users can create and join groups. That would be an interesting bonus. Maybe uploading photos as a bonus. Bonus, like you don't have to follow these bonuses, right? You can build whatever you want to as far as bonuses go. And if you decide to build something else, like Instagram, right? You probably should have photo, and you do, right? With photo uploading ability. That's like minute. So like I also built a Yelp, right? And it doesn't work like Yelp, but it looks enough like Yelp. These companies have huge teams of engineers for years and years. Like nobody's going to build like a complete clone. It's just a representation of a clone.
Okay.
Right. Any other questions before we run around like crazy?
Can you just resend the link again, please,
Which link?
of the GitHub of the README documentation?
That Canvas link?
Yeah. Oh, forget it. It's on Canvas. I'll find it.
Yeah. Oh, I can send it again. That's no problem.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. There it is in the chat. Henry, were you here when I did the request link?
Request link. Yeah. For the helper.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah, you got that link. All right, I'll post these all again in Slack anyway. All right, any other questions? All right, I'm so excited to see what you build. Oh yeah. Oh, I guess I should mention that you shouldn't really work with each other. That's not part of it. That's kind of part of it, is that this is your building adventure as you being an engineer and developer. You can look at your old projects. You can reach out to me for some help. You can go on the internet. God, definitely go on the internet, right? But we don't really want people, if you have to ask somebody a question here and there to maybe talk about it with a friend, that's okay. But we don't want people that are like, I'm doing Facebook. Let's build the same Facebook together. That is not what we want. That's not okay. Okay? All right, thank you.
Question.
Yeah.
Let's say I want to do like the old version of Facebook. Can I do that?
Yeah, that's fine.
I have man. Thank you.
Cool. I didn't know there were different versions.
So many.
I just seen the Social Network. I rewatched it again, and then I just got that flashback from the old Facebook.
But you don't want to build the one where they're like rating people on looks that go to Yale, right, or something.
No.
Okay, yeah. Then yeah, if you're building like a normal kind of thing, that's no problem. If you upload all the pictures of the people at Pursuit and we have to grade each other on hotness, that's not really.
You trying to be kicked out on like the last week of Pursuit?
I don't think you're gonna get kicked out, but we'd probably go like, that's really weird, Henry. All right.
Oh, and Corey, if we're
Yes.
doing like a clone, like, do we have, I don't know, like, we have the ability to like manipulate the CSS however we want, or do we have to follow like, okay, so we can, it's like not free reign, but free reign, like in a way we can like.
That's right. Yeah, we're just trying to get people to build. Like, for me, I'm a terrible designer, as you, for the most part, I'm pretty bad at it. So like cloning a website, I would just try to completely clone that website. It also really does sharpen your tools on cloning, on like CSS skill to clone. But if you have a good eye and stuff and you're like, oh, I want to make this look different, and I can make it look good, like, yeah, all the more power to you. This is something you want to put on your resume. You want to be able to talk about it, keep track. Like, it'd be a good idea to keep track of like really hard bugs that you've encountered and interesting things you've done, because you might get asked. Well, you will get asked in interviews, probably, on like, hey, like, tell me about this project on your resume. What happened? What was that like? And you're like, oh yeah, like, I kept, if I changed users, I kept getting the old users' data, even though there's all this authentication, and I had to figure out that I had to clear my global state every time a user logged out. But that was a wild bug. There's like, there are interesting bugs. Siham is telling me that it's somebody's birthday today. You wrote Ferris. Who's Ferris?
Her son.
Oh, your son. Yeah, of course. Okay, I was trying to think of of somebody in the class. Yeah, let's sing Ferris's happy birthday. Go get him. Sorry. Oh my God, it's so embarrassing. I was like trying to I thought like it was a misspelling of somebody in the class, and so I was trying to like figure it out.
Farrah. I'm about to say like, yo, Farrah.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, and I'm like, well, she's not really here today. Happy birthday!
Happy
Birthday.
Happy birthday.
All right, everybody.
Baby.
Let's
I love
do it.
Corey.
Birthday.
1, 2, 3. Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you.
Oh, guys.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to you.
you.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday.
dear
Dear
Farron.
Farron.
Happy
Happy
birthday
Birthday
to
You
you.
sound wonderful. Ed.
Yeah.
You sound wonderful.
So good.
Yay! Yeah, Ferris!
Woo! How old are you, Ferris?
12 now.
Oh my God!
the
What a
big
year!
blue boy.
That's
The big one.
awesome.
And
Thank
say
you.
you're not a little kid anymore. You're a grown man now.
Yeah,
Baby,
Say it.
listen to your
Yeah.
mom stay in school.
I'm only 1 year older than you. That's crazy.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, no
Old
problem.
enough.
Thank you. Happy birthday. All right. Well, if we don't have any more questions from anybody, and we've got out all of our singing, unless we have other requests, we got let's take off and get to coding. I'm looking forward to this. Rock on.
Yeah. Let's do it.
I will be around. I'll be in that queue.